been a while. And for those of you that are used to seeing videos frequently, I'm sorry. It's been a long time. A lot of reasons for that, including spring break getting in the way, but a lot of other reasons that I just feel like I need to let you in on because I talk about it a lot. And I talk to you guys about your lives, and I want to share a little bit about, the fact that what I speak about, it's not only things that I've lived through, but things that I still live through. And probably if you look around the room at any adult or any adult that you run into throughout the course of your day, they live through it as well because it's very real stuff. And the stuff that I've been dealing with lately is doubt. And doubt, you remember the quote, for those of you that have watched videos of mine in the past, remember the quote I always share, like the don't let your worst enemy live between your own two ears? Well, sometimes it's tough, right? Sometimes that voice gets a little louder than we're able to really silence, and sometimes doubt creeps in. And for me recently, I've just had to deal with a lot of, you guys know me, I'm a enthusiastic guy, and when ideas hit me and I get excited about something, I get pumped and I get amped, and I want to get going and explore those things. So with that though, there's a lot of things that happen, and you guys will experience this in your life as well as you go along, and I hope that you do experience it. And here's why. If you have things that you want to try that are new and that you think are worth fighting for, and if you want to affect change in a positive way, you will receive pushback. You're going to get haters. Haters are a guarantee because we talk about it all the time, right? Like, people get comfortable in life, and that's natural as humans. And when we're pushed out of our comfort zone, it doesn't feel good, and we react that way. I've experienced that a lot lately, a lot. And it pushed me into a point where, as a leader, I'm starting to think, man, am I off the mark here? Like, am I missing the bullseye? Like, I figured this was a pretty good idea for everybody. And, in my daily life, that includes a lot of decisions, right? I'm making a lot of decisions. And so with every single instance, whether big or small, those doubters or questioners come in, and sometimes just flat out haters will be stating their opinions, and that's my job to deal with that stuff. But stay focused, because doubt is real, and I can't let my worst enemy live between my own two ears. It's just not an option. But admittedly so, I've just been kind of like taking a step back and reevaluating things. I know you guys experience that too, but I want to tell you this. This is why I tell you all this, is because I tell a lot of you, and I use it a lot in my personal life too, because I don't like when people dim their shine. If you are doing something good and you're trying to make positive changes for you or help others through to make positive changes for themselves, you shouldn't be made to feel bad about that. If you have genuinely good intentions, whether it's for you or for others, don't dim your shine to make other people comfortable. Don't give up a portion of what you feel is right and good to make somebody else feel comfortable. Haters are going to happen. Through your whole life, you're going to have haters. That's a guarantee if you are standing up for things that are going to put people in situations where they either need to step up their game and really push with you, or they got to jump off the ship. They're either on or they're off. They're with us or they're not with us. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm coming out of this period of like thinking about myself as a leader, and determining really that no, man, you're everything you're doing is for a good cause, and you shouldn't doubt yourself, and you shouldn't let one or two voices or one or two bad days or whatever dim your shine. Same for you guys. You guys are doing good, and a lot of you are going to experience this even while you're here in this building, because what happens is, and I've shared this with a few of you, and some of you really, really hung on to it, but this applies to life. This is a case for all of life. When you are here with a bunch of other people that are here, okay, things are fine, right? Because everybody's comfortable, and nobody feels as if they have to be pushed into uncomfortable areas or stressed that they're not meeting a mark or whatever. But what happens, right? If you start to rise up and you start to do better and make changes that are better for you, what happens to the rest of us? We're uncomfortable because we watch you shining, and you were down here with us, but you're up here now. So where does that put me? I either have to step up, or I got to do really what's easy, right? And I see this all the time. I see this in adults. I see this in kids here all the time. They usually step to the easier route. They got two options. I can either look at myself and say, man, I got to up my game. I got to get up here because I'm watching this person, and yeah, it looks like hard work. Do I want it? Am I up for that challenge? Or is it easier for me to stay down here and attack that person to the point where they go, oh, okay, I thought I was doing good, but I guess, oh, okay, I'm more comfortable here because I'm not being questioned, I'm not being argued with, or discouraged or hated on, or all the things, right? It's easier for these people down here to do that because they don't got to change. They just got to keep doing what they're doing, right? Be negative, be comfortable, not be willing to grow or evolve or step up in any way. You guys experience that a lot in your personal lives. You experience it here too. So think about that, right? Don't dull your shine. You should be up here. You should want to be up here for yourself, for your family, for your future kids if you're choosing to have some, for your community, all those things, right? If people choose to stay down here, that's on them. And they can stay down there, but that doesn't mean that you have to come down with them. Don't let them grab your ankle and pull you back down. You don't have to. Don't dim your shine. I almost got there at a period during this time. I've just been kind of like playing it a little bit quieter here and just really taking time to think about myself. But I'm gonna keep pushing forward, you guys, because this stuff that we're talking about matters. The things that I talk about and that staff talk about, they all matter. We're trying to help you get up here. I talk to you guys all about breaking the cycle all the time, right? That's what this is. Like, that's where, if you want to be just a part of the cycle, the same cycle that came before you, whether it be with negative friends or generational, your parents, your grandparents, if they didn't make good decisions and they're here, if you want to get out of that, man, you got to break free. You can't let them keep you where you're at. You can't let them keep you where they're at, I should say, down here. You got to break free. And you got to be comfortable in breaking free. And you got to be comfortable with getting a lot of hate for it, because that's what's natural to them. Unfortunately, that's what's natural. Not a lot of people are willing to cheer for you on the way up, right? Because it's pushing them into a situation where, all right, I got to make my changes too. Well, that doesn't sound fun. That kind of actually makes me mad and really resent that person. Although I should be happy because they're challenging me to be better, they're not used to that. So think about your lives. Think about back home. Think about your friends. Think about, even other kids here and all of that. And think about whether or not you're sacrificing your shine. Are you letting go of the progress that you're making because, I'm getting a lot of hate for that, or people are making fun of me or whatever, or people are separating themselves from me and now they're teaming up with somebody else who's down here. I want to stay up here, but it's a lot easier to be here because I'm not catching all that hate. Stay up. Stay up. Don't sacrifice your shine, man. Don't dim it at all because you deserve it. We got to break that cycle. In all the cycles, we got to break those babies because it's worth it. Your life is worth it. People shouldn't understand. I read this quote today. I got to get this, man. I got to get this in. All right. It's a long video already, but ready? Here we go, because it's been a while since I talked to you guys. I read this. Not everyone gets why you do it, and they're not supposed to because you're uncommon. And uncommon for me, different, that's good. Different is a good thing, right? Otherwise, it's a cycle, and we're caught in it. We're going to break free from that cycle. We're going to make our own, right? We're going to make a new path. So people shouldn't get you rising up. They shouldn't understand it, but that doesn't mean they have the right to tear you back down, and that doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice any bit of your shine to come back down here. Stay up. Stay up always and break that cycle. I missed you guys.